Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading, and I'm going to be using the Everyday Witch Tarot. I've been using this deck a lot lately, and I'm really liking it. So I'm going to do this week's reading with 3 cards, like I normally do. And before I get into the reading, I want to show you my kitties that I've got. I'm joined by 3 kittens today, and my cat Merlina. Okay, so I still have those 3 feral kittens that I had last week. So this one's Max. It's nighttime, so the lighting's not very good. This one's Stevie. Well, I named her Roxy, but I started calling her Stevie for some reason. And this one is Millie. She's hiding. And then here's Merlina, my kitty. Merlina really likes them. Okay, they're going to be getting fixed next week, I think. Okay, so let's start with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, so for Monday and Tuesday we have the 10 of Swords, and I think we had the 10 of Swords in the last week's reading. I was using a different deck though. Anyway, interestingly, I feel like this 10 of Swords is about, I want to say, my first instinct is to say it's about betrayal, because there's this person, you know, kind of running off in the background, and she's stabbed in the back and she's reaching for her broom. I feel like there's a few things going on with this card though. Number one is that something may elude you or seem out of reach, and it might feel like someone else is preventing you from getting that thing, or someone is somehow sabotaging you or thwarting you or standing in your way somehow. So that's kind of the first thing that comes to mind. The other thing that comes to mind is just that feeling of limitation and feeling like you're limited in some way. And I'm going to say kind of the same thing I said last week, is that this is more a mindset than a reflection of reality. And that's something that is important to remind yourself when you find yourself kind of cursing your circumstances or trying to blame someone else, or just kind of dwelling on, you know, what's not working out, is to remind yourself that this is more your mindset and how you've been thinking about things rather than how things actually are. And I want to see what the next 2 cards are, because that's going to determine what I say. Okay, so we've got the 4 of Cups. Jeez, these cats are so noisy. I don't know if you can hear them, but they're just going crazy on the scratch tower. They're really frisky. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday, 4 of Cups. And geez, this reading, these 2 cards, 2 kind of miserable cards. So 4 of Cups is about feeling dissatisfied, feeling basically bored. And it's not about not having what you need, or even not having what you want. You have everything you need and everything you want, but you're not entirely satisfied with it. You're bored. You're longing for something more. And 2 things pop into my head. Number one is that sometimes it's easy to forget to express gratitude when we're feeling like things aren't going our way, or when we're frustrated by something. We can forget to be you know, grateful for the things that are working out. We can forget to notice those things. Another thing that pops into my head is that you should never feel guilty just because you feel unsatisfied with things. You know, don't feel bad. You know, you have a right to your feelings. And if you find yourself feeling unenthused or uninspired this week, see if you can do some some deep diving, delve deeper to see what's underneath that boredom or frustration, because sometimes those feelings can actually mask other things. It might be anger, it might be some big issue that you just haven't dealt with yet or you don't want to deal with. So sometimes boredom can kind of be a mask for other things. And then when we get to the end of the week, and I promise, I was going to say, I promise this reading isn't going to be totally negative. Here we have the Death card. So the Death card for the weekend, it's not entirely a bad thing. So death is about the end of something. It's about, here's a rope that's about to break. It's about cutting ties, severing some cords, severing connections, and basically getting rid of the old so that you can welcome in the new. And what I love about this particular Death card is the two doors in the background. So there's this one door that is totally closed, and this door is just open ajar, and there's this brilliant golden light behind it. And it really is that idea of, you know, once one thing closes, once one door closes, another door opens. And once something dies, that gives room for something else to be reborn. And I think of it as, like, think of reincarnation, and think of, you know, whether or not you believe in reincarnation, think of what it would be like to die and then be reborn as a different person, and then to live a life, die, be reborn. And think of your day-to-day life is kind of being like a smaller, more condensed version of that. You know, there's always little deaths throughout our life. And I don't mean like physical death, but, you know, little endings here and there. And getting rid of things, and, you know, clearing out clutter. You know, all those little deaths leave room, and yeah, leave room for other things to come in, other things to grow. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to look at all these cards together, and I'm going to see if I can, I mean, already I discern a certain theme. And it feels like this week, things might come to a head. So if you've been frustrated in the past, you know, the past month or 2 months, things kind of come to a head this week. I sense a lot of frustration, just with the Ten of Swords, the Four of Cups, so frustration, feeling like it's difficult for you to reach your goals, feeling like it might be difficult for you to find fulfillment or to figure out what's going on, just kind of that sense of kind of frustration, and not just frustration, but feeling like there's more to life, or that there's something more that you're just not getting, you're not, you know, hitting the nail on the head. And at the end of the week, it feels like you have come to a place where you feel comfortable letting go. And that's what the weekend is all about. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you. And this isn't about giving up. So this isn't about just throwing in the towel, or letting go of things prematurely, or reinventing yourself because you're bored of who you are. It's not about that. Those are kind of unhealthy forms of letting go. This is about figuring out, getting clear on what you need to let go of, what no longer serves you, and what kinds of things you want to keep around. What new opportunities and new habits and new patterns do you want to welcome into your life, and which ones do you want to let go of? It almost feels like you're going to have to let go of something to just lessen the burden, or to open a door. You're not going to be able to go through this new door and welcome in these new experiences and create the changes that you need to create if you keep doing the same things, and if you hold on to all the things that you're holding on to. So there's some kind of sacrifice, some kind of letting go that needs to be made. Yeah, so that's kind of the theme. That's what really stands out. So it feels like a very profound week, a very exciting week. And I just want to say good luck, and let me know in the comments section if this reading resonated with you. Did it make sense, or did it totally not make sense to you at all? I'd like to hear either way what you thought. So have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching my video. My name's Kate, and I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. If you're interested in learning more about reading tarot cards, you can visit my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got all kinds of fun tarot learning resources up there for you to try out. So once again, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful week.